Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy, I'm Chris1, and I am back with another video. Now, this article is coming from BleacherReport.com. You can go check that article out for yourself. But there's a rumor going on that the Cleveland Cavaliers organization is willing to not only trade Kevin Love, but also trade away the 8th pick that they've been clamoring and holding on their chest for dear life for the whole entire NBA season of last year. Now, there's a report out there suggesting that the Cleveland Cavaliers are willing to give up that pick and Kevin Love and package both of those deals to get better players to play alongside LeBron James. I'm here to tell you guys, do not believe that hype. Do not try to jump on that hype train, because that hype train is going to run you over, okay? I'm here to tell you that Dan Gilbert and the Cleveland Cavaliers organization, they pretty much got a lot of stuff, a lot of things cooking on the stove. They're trying to please LeBron James, but they're also thinking about the future of the Cleveland Cavaliers, because LeBron James can't play forever, all right? So they're also looking at that, and also respecting the wishes of LeBron James, trying to get LeBron James to reconsider and sign an extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I've been telling you guys for a year now that LeBron James is not leaving. Most likely he's going to stay and remain with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And this rumor may be enough to keep LeBron James as far as the perspective of, well, maybe I should think about staying with the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though the draft is this Thursday. Now, do anyone remember these big-time talking heads with these big-time sports shows like Nick Wright, Chris Carter, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, talking about how the 8th pick is nothing? You can just literally just trade that pick away. I mean, it's not like the NFL where all draft picks are precious in the NFL, but when you're talking about in the NBA, just an 8th pick, you can just give that up for something to help LeBron James for last season. And I was here to and I was telling you guys that pick, they were not going to trade that pick away, because if you look at what the possibility of them getting with the 8th pick is Michael Porter Jr. He's a decent player. Trey Burke. He's a decent player, and he's a player that can fit on any roster, particularly with rosters that's trying to copy and paste what the Golden State Warriors have been doing for the past couple of years, which is, let's put a bunch of shooters around and let's just see what will happen, okay? And Trey Burke fits that mode of today's NBA, where you have a bunch of shooters on the court, okay? So Trey Burke can immediately fit right into a system like that, and it's not going to take him that long to understand and catch up on, okay? Michael Porter Jr., he can fit that type of mode somewhat, even though he's more of an ISO player, but to me he has room to grow, and he room to develop, and who knows, that's still a good player. Both of those players are still good players, which, by the way, if you listen to the talking heads out there, they was illustrating that, well, just give that pick away. That's something, you can use that pick to add even more talent on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the possibility of them dethroning the Golden State Warriors last season. And there was really no deal out there, even if you incorporated that 8th pick, that will illustrate that that deal would have elevated the Cleveland Cavaliers past the Golden State Warriors. There's no deal out there that would fit that type of perspective. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here to tell you guys, the Cleveland Cavaliers are not trading away that 8th pick. They're going to pick either of one of those players, or the New York Knicks, which pick below them 9, could package and broker a lot of picks, as well as some players that can probably help LeBron James contend for this fall for the NBA season, where it'll be beneficial for them, for their future, and for LeBron James when you're talking about contending for a title next year. Okay, so the New York Knicks may be itching and trying to get either Clay, if Trey Burke falls that far down, or Michael Porter Jr. falls that far down, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are on the clock. Best believe there's going to be teams that are going to try to broker deals with the Cleveland Cavaliers so they can get that 8th pick. And now that 8th pick becomes even more valuable. Okay, so I'm here to tell you guys, do not believe the hype. I've been telling you guys for years now that there's a reason why they traded Kyrie Irving. Not to, it benefited Kyrie Irving. He went to a team like Boston, but it also benefited the Cleveland Cavaliers because they didn't have much of a future. Guys seem to forget that they really don't have a lot of a lot of draft picks, because those draft picks they traded away and gave to other teams to get this other talent to play alongside LBJ. Okay, so now the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're having a lot of things on the stove, cooking what's going to be down the road when you're talking about the future of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and trying to take care of the here and the now. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. Other organizations have done this. Even the Golden State Warriors have done this, okay? They have signed players for the here and the now, but then they also kept their picks for the horizon, for the foreseeable future, okay? That's how they land. That's why they got Steph Curry. That's why they got Klay Thompson. That's why they got Draymond Green when others bypassed him twice in the draft. The Golden State Warriors saw the vision, and they saw the future that this could be a great player and can contribute to the Golden State Warriors. Okay, and that's what a lot of teams are going to do. Now more than ever, NBA teams are going to keep these draft picks close to their vest. Okay, now I don't know if a lot of you guys follow a lot of stuff in sports, but the one and done rule is about to is no longer going to exist by 2020, at least the earliest, which means if you want to play in the NBA and if you want to bypass college, you can do that. Okay, so now more than ever, these draft picks are going to be even more valuable. Okay, the NBA, when you're talking about their scouting teams, they've been scouting a lot of these players since middle school, so they already know in advance who's good and who's not, who needs to go to college and who's able to fit right into the NBA right now. And since the NBA is getting younger, the NBA is more of a jump league team. If you got a lot of shooters on the floor, you can be very, very successful. You don't have to worry too much about implementing defense, and things of that nature, where if you do a couple of right picks, if you do a couple of great things for your organization, that will mean that your organization is going to be very, very successful in the foreseeable future. So as far as this rumor about Kevin Love and the 8th pick, I don't believe in it. I don't trust it. Okay, if it would have happened, it would have happened already. I don't think Dan Gilbert is willing to give up that 8th pick. I do think Dan Gilbert don't mind giving up on Kevin Love, okay, which Kevin Love isn't the real issue why they didn't win the title. If they give up on Kevin Love and they trade Kevin Love away, the best of luck to that. But I feel like LeBron James is going to remain with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are looking past LeBron James when he finally retires. They want to be in position where they have a future. And there's nothing wrong with that. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am out. Deuces.